interrupt your regular broadcast.
It's game on. We now bring you another special sports presentation.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back. For the third game of the night, it'll be the Centennial Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Eagles of Pueblo East getting set to do battle coming up. We'll talk a little bit about those two teams here in just a little bit, and we'll tell you what the coaches had to say here in a shake as well. All right, so we congratulate Shannon Lane. As you heard just a bit ago, if you were catching that on TV and on audio, the head coach of the Pueblo South Colts just got her 300th victory. And that's 300 wins to only 61 losses in her coaching career. That's pretty impressive. And Coach of the Year, that's well-deserved, obviously. And a girl that had an opportunity to play and coach with Shannon Lane, play for and coach with Shannon Lane, is another Shannon Patterson. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
Great. Now, coaching at Fountain Fort Carson High School. And how long have you been there now?
This is my first year there.
This is your first year at the helm. You inherited some really good girls. So before we talk about Shannon, tell me a little bit about the makeup of your team this year, because you've had a very successful year getting ready to make the tournament. You'll play on Tuesday, just awaiting who your opponent's going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Played at Pueblo South.
Yeah, when I was a senior, I played the four, so I was a little undersized. So it's definitely a special group that I have, and just being able to be there and try and get them better and they're on the right track. It's been really fun. I've had a good time.
Now, that said, we wish you the best of luck in the tournament. It's a very successful year for you in your first year at the head coaching job there at Fountain Fort Carson. You and I had an opportunity to talk back in December, and you really found a nice home there, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of support within the community, but also within the school as well. They have a lot of resources. We're really blessed there. A lot of kids get to lift in class. They have an 8th period women's weights class, so a lot of my athletes are in there. So I get to see a lot of them right before practice, kind of get to gauge where they're at mentally and stuff. So that's really nice. And then also, they're just a hardworking group, and just trying to hold them accountable and figure out exactly who we want to be in our identity. But also, I've learned from one of the best coaches in Shannon Lane that a lot of the times it's not necessarily about the player that you are, and when you do leave, it's a lot about your character as a person. And I am who I am because of Shannon Lane as well. So I'm really proud of that.
Absolutely. Now, having said that, on that note about Shannon Lane, obviously she was a mentor for you. You had an opportunity to play for her. You had an opportunity to sit on the sideline with her. What do you take away from a girl like Shannon? Because in my eyes, she's one of the best coaches that I've had the opportunity to work with. And again, she looks beyond the game and to the person, then the student athlete after that. What do you take away from girls like Shannon, a coach like her?
Well, she's not only an X's and O's person. When I was coaching with her, we would do hours of film, sit down, break down multiple games. You take out of bounds plays, I take press, and we're really just trying to figure out and break down the team as much as possible. But part of the aspect that a lot of people overlooked is the fact that she gets all of her teams to buy in, no matter what. And the year that she took it, her last year with the girls, they only went 6 girls deep. You know what I mean? Then how many coaches can sit there and say that they got 6 girls to buy in and figure out their roles? But then not only that, but the rest of the kids that were on the team as well, getting them to stay invested and all of that stuff. So I think that's really important as well, is just the person that she is and the high character that she has. And it makes you want to play for her. Yeah. Yeah,
and that is so key. And a lot of people question the fact that she was going to go from coaching girls to coaching boys. And when I found that out, I thought, gosh, what a great get. Yeah. What a great opportunity for this young men's basketball team to be coached by a coach like Shannon Lane. And again, talk about the buy-in factor these guys obviously have, because they win going away tonight on a special night for her. They obviously put this one for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she's kind of got that type of demeanor where she knows what she's talking about. She means business. So I don't think anyone ever has the opportunity to question whether or not she knows what she's doing. 'Cause
she's a true student of the game, isn't she?
Oh, absolutely. She's always growing. She's always learning. all different aspects and stuff like that. And even when I was like coaching with her, and it's like, oh, you're kind of like, oh, it's Shannon Lane, you know what I mean? But like the input that she was asking me for, and just like really trying to confide in that was really helpful as well. That she's also just a sponge, and like with her brother coaching and her dad coaching, you can really see it, and like it's like a family thing.
And I've said that over and over and over again during our broadcast, that the fact that she comes from a basketball family, like you said, with dad and brother coaching at the collegiate level. Here she is at the high school level, and not that she's said it and wants to go do it, but I got to be honest. I mean, I could see her coaching at the next level because she's that type of girl.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at any level, she could really coach. I mean, she's just amazing at what she does, and like how we talked about just like the breakdown of everything and just like the investment and all of that stuff. You can definitely tell that she's like, I always say like, okay, she's like one of the best coaches ever.
Yep, absolutely.
In my opinion, yeah.
She's my favorite. There's no doubt about it. I love working with her. She's a great person. She's respectful, and that's where it all starts, just the type of person that she is. Then she's a great coach. And I sent her a text earlier about that, saying those things to her before the game started. And she's just a tremendous person, a tremendous coach. Yeah. And my guess is you coach a lot like she does.
I would like to think so. I mean, I can only imagine like trying to be like half the coach that she is, because I mean, she's just so amazing. And then I just think of like all the great coaches that came before her as well, like Harrison, and even before then as well. She's really just like inheritance and all of that stuff. So when I did take over at South, it was like big shoes to fill, but I'm extremely blessed to still have her in my corner, even though like I'm still not coaching at South. We had a good, like a pretty big game against Doherty last week, and she came up and she watched us play, and she was just like so enthusiastic about it after the game, and she was so like just saying like she was so proud of me and all this stuff. So I think everyone wants a Shannon Lane in their corner, and definitely I'm just really blessed to have her. So
now, on that note, how cool was it to be able to present her with that award of 300 wins? That has to be special.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Katie told me about it like earlier on, like maybe a couple of weeks ago, saying that she was approaching 300, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can make it down. You know, we had practice. We got done around 5:45. I was trying to leave at 5, but we just didn't get it done in time. And so driving down, I was really trying to get here because I knew how special it was. And I'm just so glad that I was able to be the person to give it to her. So
Shannon, always great to see you. Great to visit with you. You look amazing, and continued success.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you in the tournament.
I
Hope you make a nice run, because you got some great kids.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure watching your girls. Obviously, because of what we do, I wasn't able to follow your basketball team like I did get to see the volleyball team, because covering high school volleyball was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but I got to see those girls play volleyball. And you got some great kids over there.
We
so
got some special
thanks so
ones.
much for taking the time.
I appreciate
God bless
it.
you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Shannon Patterson, of course, who is a disciple of Shannon Lane, who was a disciple of Jim Harrison, and the great coaches just continue. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with the starting lineup. Central, make that Centennial and East girls, the first of girls-boys doubleheader. The second half of our quadruple header begins in just a moment right here on The Ticket.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I've changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state-of-the-art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
When selecting your insurance coverage, you want to work with an agent that takes the time to understand your needs and cares about meeting those needs. Deborah Marino is that agent at Pueblo Insurance, providing unbeatable service since 2009. She can help you find the protection you deserve at the price you can afford, specializing in home and auto insurance as well as other specialty insurance. They work one-on-one with each client to ensure that you receive the right policy to fit your situation. Pueblo Insurance, 1636 Highway 50 West, your local hometown insurance agent, next to East Coast Pizza. Phone 542-0948. The Topper Factory and RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center, Highway 50 West Pueblo, and online at topperfactory.com.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. I mean, who's gonna stop us?
But, sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
Price is one thing. Taste is another.
And right now, try Little Caesars Pizza topped with Millburger Farms Pueblo chili. Locations in Pueblo and Pueblo West to serve you. Little Caesars Pizza, big on taste, thin on price. Now serving Millburger Farms Pueblo chili, Little Caesars Pizza.
Having a healthy smile begins and ends with regular dental checkups. It's the key, and that's exactly what every family can expect from Park West Dental. Parents are always welcome in the treatment areas to comfort their child. We accept Medicaid and most insurances with little or no cost to you. Park West, trusted dental and vision care for infants, children, and teens. Immediate appointments available. Call 544-3054. Online, visit youthdentalvision.com.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back to the Colorado State Fair Event Center. We're ready and set for action. The opening tip-off is coming up next, presented by Pueblo Insurance, and the ball is controlled by Pueblo East. Now, a big win tonight for the Pueblo East Eagles, and a loss by the County Hornets to the West Cyclones could propel them into second place behind Pueblo West because they got a big win. They stole one late against the Lady Hornets of Pueblo County. So this will be a big night for Carlos Lopez and company. Nice conversation with him as Gracie Helzer gets the nice start, and she gets things started with a quick basket down inside. So the coach, Carlos Lopez, longtime friend of mine, he's talked with him, and I asked him, what's going to be key? He says, we just have to take care of the basketball, have some fun with the night, and enjoy the moment, and just leave it all out there. He's got one senior and 4 freshmen on the floor for the Lady Eagles of Pueblo East tonight. And he said, we just have to take care of the basketball. Obviously, we have to make some shots, but defend as well. So we're going to have another special guest after a conversation with Shannon Patterson. We will have Shannon Lane come to the microphone here in a moment as a quick layup back the other way is up there, and it is good. Valencia Stanford gets the bucket, and it's quickly 4-0 in favor. Put those on, if you would, please.
Some play-by-play.
I absolutely always love having you by my side.
I do love it.
Here's a steal, and the shot goes up. It's missing. Whistle and a foul. Well, first off, congratulations on the win,
yes.
First and foremost. And so you're outright league champs. Like I told Tony during the broadcast, I said, well, 2 things. If South can pull off the victory here tonight, 2 things happen in this night. A, they outright win the South Central League.
Right.
And B, Shannon Lane gets her 300th victory as a head coach.
Yeah.
So how special was this night all the way around? And you got a great smile on your face, obviously.
Well, I'm just kind of relieved I don't keep track of this stuff, JJ. I know some people say, you're so into details about things. This is one thing you don't, and I just don't because I don't care about it. And it wasn't until I think 4 or 5 days ago, Katie Pickerel called me and said, you realize that you're going to hit 300. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not. I said, I think I'm a game short or two. He goes, no. And then she said, we all recounted it. And Chasson, I'm going, is it against Central? And she goes, yes. And I went, oh, boy. And then I asked her, please, please don't magnify this. Don't, say it before it happens. I want to just hide it. Don't bring it out there and tell everybody. And luckily they kind of did that, and I was able
I got
to go
the text message from her
Did you?
right away. And
Good.
she's like, okay, she's
zip
like,
it.
here's the deal, and
Yes.
here's what we're looking for. Shannon asked that we don't do this and don't make a big deal out of it and just let it go. So once we got into the broadcast, then when Tony talked about it in the pregame, then once we got into the broadcast, we talked about, hey, here's what's on the line here tonight. This could be a very, very special night for Shannon Lane and company. Let's go back to when you first started coaching. Jimmy Harrison was here watching tonight, and of course,
was he?
yes, he was sitting right over here. And I said, you got to be excited.
I remember his 300th. I remember his 300th. Oh my gosh!
How special is that to be in the ranks of people like that? I mean, it's like the way you coach, and going back. And it was great to talk with Shannon Patterson. I had her come up here. It was great because having the opportunity to talk with her and have her reflect back of being a disciple of Shannon Lane and now coaching at Fountain Fort Carson.
Yes.
And she was thrilled that you went and watched the game the other night. And she says, that's just the kind of girl that she is. She's just all about people. And I said, that's what I love about Shannon Lane. Then I said, now we're talking disciples here. She's one of Jim Harrison. You're one of her. I said, I'm amongst some really great company. It has to feel special. And she's like, to take a lot from her, who's taken from Jim Harrison and other people.
She's from a Jim Harrison era as far as in the elementary school. I don't know if she told you that, but she went to South Park, and Jimmy would go and let her in, early with her sister and work on ball handling and stuff in 4th and 5th grade. And so, she definitely knew Coach Harrison very well.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
So what was the conversation in the locker room? The guys were walking off of the court with just huge smiles on their face for obvious reasons, being league champions, getting Coach Lane the 300th win. And one of the things that Shannon Patterson talked about was the buy-in factor, the commitment to play the game for Coach Shannon Lane.
Yeah. Well, it's not easy every year, JJ. We have different personalities.
Sure.
You have, kids need to learn how to be selfless in a lot of ways. In this generation, it is not easy to get that across to them. And you take some hits. We took our hits early, and we've come a long way since then.
Dr. Burgle's giving you the thumbs up.
Yes. But I think we needed to find ourselves. And every team develops different. I've come into seasons where we're killing everybody in December because I brought everybody back. We didn't graduate hardly anybody, and we're off and running early. But then you worry about, are we really getting any better? Or I feel like this year's team, I can really see the growth that we've made over the last 2.5, 3 months.
Yeah, and they have grown, and we were talking about, you mentioned earlier just a bit ago about the identity of a team. And you had a little bit, and you and I talked about it, of an identity crisis early on. Because like you said, when you graduate certain kids and they have to leave the foe, and trying to find that identity and look who's going to lead the team, because you always want that. And they're, like you said, different situations, different personalities, and you lost 2 great kids last year to graduation, 2 great leaders to graduation.
Yeah.
But the kids have finally bought in. And what was the turning point? Where was the turning point in the season? Because they have figured it out. They really share the ball well. They're playing with emotion. They're playing with intensity. And like you and I always talk about, if you can play this game that you love with love and joy, good things are going to happen. And you see that. And we've seen it over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you can see the joy. When they're having fun and they're smiling on the court, you know that they're having fun. I've had to allow that smile sometimes, because sometimes we smile too much and we're not getting back on defense.
Right.
But yes, they're having fun, and that's the most important. And I think when we turned it around was after Christmas, and I know we had a hard hit with Air Academy, and we knew that was going to be let's see where we're at right now. And we were able to see where we were at that time. But once we hit league play and we hit Cheyenne Mountain and some of these other games in January, I think we just turned the corner. December was just a grind. I can't say any more than, lots of tears, lots of sleepless nights, lots of I'm ready to put my hands up and quit this game. I mean, how many times, and I remember going back with Megan Patterson's group when we lost, that was honestly my best talented team was in 2012. And for us not to pull a state title out of that, I still have so many nightmares. But it's that love-hate relationship.
Sure.
I knew right then when we walked out of that Final Four game and D'Evelyn hit like 8 threes on us to come back and beat us in the Final Four, I said, I hate this game. And then the next week, I love this game. And I finally figured out there is a love-hate relationship with basketball.
See, you could be a golfer because just that one big shot you hit's going, yes, I love this game.
Exactly.
Then the next putt that's 1 foot away and you're going, I hate this game.
Uh-huh.
You know?
That's it.
But so before I let you go back and what are some of your best memories? 300 wins, only 61 losses, your record. I mean, that's a very successful coaching career. But man, with girls and boys, what are some of your best moments that you take away from to this point in your career?
Yes. And all the funny moments that you have with kids. I mean, there's so many stories that I could say. And it's truly tragic when you really look back and you think the games that stick in your head are those games that you lost.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Mesa Ridge one that I mean, how can where game is tied, we have the ball with 9 seconds left, and it tips off that rim on the last second shot, and they throw it down and beat us in a Final Four, and the D'Evelyn Final Four. And it seems like those losses oh my gosh, they eat at me all the time. Like I should have done this and that. And how many years ago was that? I mean, we're going 10, 12 years ago. But then those great wins, you know, the Broomfield game in the Final Four.
Yes.
That we pulled that out and ended up winning, you know, the state title. And just these relationships with these kids, it's special, JJ. It really is. And to know that many of them are married now. You know, Michaela's got 2 kids.
Right.
And Bree Gordon is like my neighbor, and I coached Bree. And I'm going, oh my gosh, you're married and have a kid. And just all these kids, they're not kids anymore.
No.
And it's amazing to see what they've gone on and done with their life, and it just touches me.
It does, and you've touched a lot of lives, and this play-by-play, guys, is included in all that. And I'll tell you what, it has been very special. It's been a treat to work with you all these years, and it's been amazing.
I said the same thing with Tony when he was interviewing me. Like, Tone, you've been there since I played at South.
Right.
I mean, this is just unbelievable to think how many years it's been, and it's been a beautiful thing.
It has been,
really has,
indeed.
you know?
Thank you for everything that you've done and being a part of what we do and making sure that we're always ready for the games and, you know, always giving us information. We want a conversation. You're always ready to oblige, and we appreciate that.
We thank you for bringing high school sports to life and being able to have people, you know, even listening now that are out of state or out of town and being able to tune in. We
had Canada, Mexico on during the last game.
Yes.
So it was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. JJ, you're just amazing. Your crew's amazing. I just thank you.
Yeah,
so
and I
much.
give credit to them because they make it easy for me to get to do what I do. So, like you, I thank them. Chelsea, my daughter, who's been around the world of broadcasts, and she was a baby sitting in my lap while I was calling a basketball game or calling a volleyball game. Yes. It's been kind of a cool thing, but it's a family thing, and that's where you're part of it.
Even with the boys, I remember going to Wyoming in June. I had just had Ryan in May, and he's crying. And finally, Scott came and gave him to me because Scott could not calm him down. And I put him right on my shoulder as I coached, and he went right to sleep. The buzzer, the horn, just put him. And I said, "Well, you were inside me while I was coaching. This is your realm.
It's your comfort zone."
That's right. So it's amazing just having your kids grow up with this. You know?
Absolutely, and it's a positive atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere, and it's just great energy to be around it.
Yeah.
2:28 to play in the first, 11-1. The East Eagles lead the Centennial Bulldogs in girls action. This is the third of our matchups here tonight. The boys will follow here in just a little bit. What else do you tell the people out in radio and TV land about the victory here tonight? What a special night for you and your team. And Colt Nation.
Yeah, and Colt Nation. It's just special for the program. I mean, I'm just one of many. You know, Dave Lockett and DJ and all these people who have coached this boys program before me. They made this legacy. They have their own legacy. And again,
And now you
Jim
get to
Harrison.
add to it a little
that's
chunk
all I'm
of
doing.
it, which is
That's,
cool.
That's all I'm doing. I'm just a part of this process, and somebody else will come after me and continue it. And God bless them. No.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Very well said. Thank you so much for being a
yes.
part of it. You are welcome to stick around as long as you like.
Well,
I know
I'll let you get back. People are probably thinking, what's the score? What's going on? So
13-1. Thank you so much. Shannon Lane, the head coach of the Pueblo South Colt boys, got her 300th win. They are perfect in league play. They are the South Central League 4A, 5A league champions here in 2022 and 23. 13-1 with $1.51 to play. Lady Eagles in transition. A basket is up and good. Nice job there by Bria Harrington with the basket down inside and makes it 15-1. Are you buying her roses? Are you taking her to dinner? What's the... It's during basketball. Forget about it. Scott Lane, love you, man. God bless you. Thank you. I bought roses on Saturday. She didn't see them till Tuesday. Yeah, that's it. It's like when he told me during football season, well, Shannon starts practice tomorrow. That means I become the cook and the dad at home. He says, as my season closes, hers opens, and here we go. So 1:15 to play. Lady Eagles, as you heard me talking about Carlos Lopez and what this game means to the freshman, with one senior that started tonight as a big three stuck in the corner. Well, a big play for Marissa Jaramillo, who gets the basket, and that's a big three, and it makes it 18-1 in favor of the East Eagles. But Carlos Lopez talked about how well this team has come together down the stretch. He said the younger girls are really coming through. They're understanding the process, understanding the system, and just getting better day in and day out. And he said after a big win against Pueblo County, as the runner is up there, takes a high bounce, missing. A battle for the rebound. Mariah Hogue comes away with it. And now here's a steal. Longoria puts it up and in. Now Ellie Longoria gets the basket. East Eagles control. Stanford out up top with a runner, whistle and a foul before the shot. Can't tell if that's Mike Sexton out there that's reffing. Is that Mike Sexton? Looks like him, huh? Down to 11 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. East Eagles have a commanding lead of 18-3. They'll play for one shot, trying to sneak it down. Jaramillo's trying to get it down inside there to Gracie Helzer, the lone wolf senior on this team. Boy, seems like she's been around forever and ever and ever, and she'll graduate this year. But, man, Gracie has just been phenomenal for the East Eagles. Three in the corner counts if it goes, and it does. Valencia Stanford knocks down the big tray, and that's how we end the first quarter with the score East 21, Centennial 3. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Be back with Chapter 2. It's coming up next right here on The Ticket.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats. Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo. The Benefits Broker team of agents has over 100 years of service in employee benefits and individual health care needs. Steve Shirley, Dave Vecchio, and the entire team prides themselves on the level of knowledge and service they bring to you, the client. Benefits Broker is your 24/7 resource for a variety of essential benefits-related information and with a proven dedication and commitment to excellence. Benefits Broker Insurance Pueblo in the Paycheck Dental Building and online at benefitsbroker.com.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back to the Colorado State Fair Event Center. East Eagles with the steal. Helzer pushing up ahead. Here's Stanford, layup good. He said, Padilla, I thought I had Stanford with the basket. 23-3, a big lead. Driving left is Orta, and we got a whistle and a foul. We'll shoot a pair. Check the referee, number 10, he says. Haley Cordova picks up the foul. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. A lot of folks logging on. We had that South Central League Championship matchup between Pueblo South and Pueblo Central. South goes perfect in league play, 10-0 here in 2023. Free throw is up and missing. Coming up at half, we'll get you updated on the RPI on the girls' side of things, and then look around ahead to the boys' side of things. The boys' action coming up after this one. That'll be the East Eagles and Centennial Bulldogs. Should be a fun matchup. That's the nightcap here on a Friday night from the Colorado State Fair Event Center. 7 minutes to go. 60 seconds have expired here in the second quarter. Helzer out up top. Swings to the left side. Long three in the air. Off the mark by Jaramillo. Putback is up there. Good. And we've got a whistle and a foul. So Gracie Helzer with the putback gets the bucket. So Helzer with a chance at a three-point play, and it is good. 6:53 to play here in this first half. Been all East, and again, a win here tonight and a loss by the Lady Hornets of Pueblo County could propel them into second place in the South Central League behind Pueblo West, who's trying to remain perfect on pace here tonight. So we'll try to get some score updates from those gyms. I know Chuck Vale will be updating us as the ball's knocked away and out of bounds. Coach Carlos Lopez likes the defense his team plays there. Rivas Medina will trigger the basketball in. Stanford works it with it. Gets it down inside. Shots up. Whistle foul. Montour takes it to the basket. She'll earn a trip to the charity stripe. So Nyla Montour at the free throw line gets the front end. Second free throw upcoming. That one misses. Offensive rebound to Helzer. Takes it to the basket. Missed it, got it again. That time she puts it up and in. Boy, she just works so well. She is just so athletic, quick to get position, and just works her way up. 29-3, a commanding lead for the Lady Eagles of Pueblo East, and that's the starting five features Grace Helzer, the one senior. Everybody else after that is a freshman. Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to talk with Grace Helzer. Pass up ahead, driving left with it is Cordova. She missed it. Nice rebound to Frazier. And now the Bulldogs with 5.5 to play here in the first half. This crowd a little more quiet from the last one. That was the big matchup of the night. Oh, nice put back up there and good. Kiana Phillips with the basket. 29 to 5, 5:10 on the clock. Tony the Tone Man Wright will join us here in a moment. Coming back from the conversations with the coaches. Helzer's going to spot up for a tray. It's in and out, no good. Putback is up, that is good. Nice work down inside. Whistle and a foul.
This is our next good team. This is our next really good team coming out of Pueblo.
The East girls?
Yeah.
Absolutely, with one senior and Grace Helzer, all freshmen after that on the starting
and you know,
five.
Now look at Ronnie Garcia's niece and his sister's daughter. She plays like a Garcia. I mean, she can handle the ball. She's going to be a great point guard. All-state potential, and they got a long way to go.
Haley Cordova.
What do you say? What do you know, man? Man, it's hard to get away. You get down there on that floor, people want to come up and talk.
Right.
And they're talking about SoCo Ticket. Talk to Roger Martinez. Don't worry, man. If I don't come back, I'll catch the game on SoCoTicket.com. So there you go.
Yeah, awesome, man. You got to love it.
All right.
31 to 5 is the lead. And again, back at the free throw line is Haley Cordova. And the second free throw is good by Cordova. Substitution, here comes Haley Valdez into the lineup now. So Ronnie's got two players on the East Eagle team.
He's got his niece, the point guard, 23. I know.
Yeah, Rolencia Stanford.
No, that's not her. What's the? Let me see their roster here.
23 for East.
Beta.
Maya Beta?
Yeah, Beta. That's what I'm talking about, Beta.
And she's a freshman. Yep.
Yeah, because her mom was a heck of an athlete at East. She was really good in track and basketball. And her uncle, Ronnie, man, he was a serious baller.
Right.
He was a serious baller. So she's got the genetic makeup. And Carlos has put together a really impressive team. Not so much this year, but this should be our team that we might be able to follow the state in the future.
A win here tonight for East and a loss for County girls to the West girls propels them into second place because they beat County late.
Yes, they did.
They beat County the other day. So that was an Eagles handling one nest handling the other. Whistle and a foul. That's going to be 3 shots coming. And again, just a quick reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, had a lot of folks on that last game. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'd appreciate you doing
man.
that.
Absolutely.
Doesn't cost you anything. We'd appreciate you. Check it out on the YouTube. We got some wrestling interviews up there from last week's regional wrestling. As after day one, Pueblo East, speaking of the Eagles, were leading. It was a tight margin, but they were leading day after day one. East is on pace to win it back-to-back and win 3 state championships.
That's amazing.
Something nobody in Pueblo has done.
Nope, County got 2 in a row with behind the Willits boys and those other great
they got
wrestlers.
2, and South I think has a pair.
Yeah, South got them separate times apart.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And so East looking to go back-to-back and win their 3rd. Long 3, there you go. Speaking of the Beta girl.
JJ, this team is 9-13, and considering the fact they started 4 freshmen, that is really good, you know. And even some of the games like against Lewis Palmer, they lose 42-27. Man, they beat Harrison by 19. You know, West got them a little bit, but
West got everybody.
West got everybody in league play.
Down inside, shots up, block, whistle, foul. Alicia Frazier is going to go to the free throw line as we'll check the referee.
So, looking for some great things.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This Eagle team is going to be a lot of fun to watch in the very near future. Coach Lopez said that they bought into the system. He's like, they're excited to play. He says, they're fun to coach. I asked him, what do you take away? He says, just the joy of coaching this team.
Absolutely.
He says, they're just a treat. He says, you know, they're good girls. He says, they're freshmen. He says, so they're giggly girls. He says, they're girly girls, but you get them on the floor and they compete. And he says, and that's all you can ask is for them to just continue to grow and get better and better.
Absolutely. 35-7
as the second free throw is up there and good. That East Centennial boys game should be a fun one. I think those two teams match up fairly well.
Centennial pulled off the big upset of East last time. Talked to Coach Massaro just a couple of minutes ago, and I think they'll have a little payback in mind for that one. But East got the biggest win of the year when they knocked off County, you know.
Yeah, that stung the Hornets big time. That stung. That was a win that County was looking to get to continue with their power points. But that would have been tonight would be the fifth loss in a row because they lost to Mesa Ridge, to Central, to South, and to East. So
Absolutely.
They're going to limp into that game at the Nest tonight against the Pueblo West Cyclones.
Yes.
And if the Cyclones pull that one off, that could hurt the Hornets down the stretch. That could be a play-in game.
So the West County game started at
7:30. That one's tipping off now.
7:30, tipping off right about now. We'll be keeping a very close eye on that
Yeah,
one.
Chuck Vale is supposed to.
You know, we need to clone ourselves so we can send our clones out there.
Right.
Have us be here and have our clones go out there to do another game.
No doubt about it. 2:50 to play in this first half, 35-7. Carlos Lopez has been around basketball for a long time.
I remember back
when
in
I was at the
DHP,
YMCA running the youth programs there, I had him come in and conduct some camps and
so
some
cool.
player camps for the younger kids. And,
Yep.
you know, he was just so good with the kids, with the students in the gym.
And then after you left the Y, you became over to our old radio station, and Olene pulls me in the office. How do you feel about JJ coming in here? I said, bring him in here. You know? And, that
yeah,
was
you
a
can't
great
demolish it any more than we already have, right?
Yeah, you know, and
Take
yeah.
us to another low. Bring that guy in.
I know, that's right.
Time out on the floor. Let's do the same. 35-7.
Let's just put it this way. The guy you replaced was an upgrade.
A small one. 2:21 to play.
Small mind, you know what.
East Eagles lead the Lady Bulldogs. We'll take a break. Be back with more after this on The Ticket.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or melissa@melissadangelo.com.
Once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back to the Colorado State Fair Event Center. Chelsea Lynn, Tony Wright, and me, J.J. Valentine. Now, this is the third of our quadruple header here tonight.
Yep.
East Eagles with the lead, a commanding lead of 35-7. Here's a long three in the air, rims out. A battle for the rebound. Frazier's with a putback, no go. Abeda battling for the loose basketball. She gets tied up by Mariah Hogue, and possession arrow is going to go East Highway. Yeah, after day one, I'll have to get an update on the wrestling because they're still in that night session over there in Ball Arena. Ball's going to be deflected, stolen away, got a breakaway. Right side layup up there, good.
Tony Freeman, you know, obviously his son's and he's a good friend and an All-American wrestler. The best thing you want to do is follow him on Facebook, and he'll give you all the updates as well.
There you go, indeed. Yeah, he lost. One of his sons lost over the weekend, so this is going to be.
Yeah, and he lost. That young one, Justice, lost in overtime to the kid from Centennial last night.
Right, and it's going to be kind of a. He lost last night,
or 2 nights ago in the first round, but he's expected to come back strong in a consolation. You know.
Yeah, the Blues, the backside of the bracket, bottom side, 35-9 here. But covering that regional last week in the Springs, and we've got a lot of the interviews, and we got a montage of some of the matches coming up that we'll put up on the website. Just getting through all the basketball, and it's like trying to get the video edited, and because we don't want to put the whole match up there. We just want to get some of the highlights in.
Absolutely.
Of some of the weekend, because there was some cool highlights of that. But the conversations we have on SoCoTicket.com and YouTube, check them out. They're a lot of fun. Pacquiao Morrow is a big time. He's a YouTube star, man. His conversation with Tracy Rink is just going nuts.
Yep.
But he's got that face for TV, does Pacquiao.
Yes, he does. And a great name.
Yeah, it's a great name.
My nephew William's nickname.
Is that right?
Yeah,
nice. Pocky, man, you got to love it. 37-9 with $1:25 to play here. First half action. Want to thank both Shannon Patterson and Shannon Lane. 300 wins. And what a great conversation we got to have with her. And she sat right where you're at, and we just kind of watched and talked and watched and talked. And she just had a lot of great things to say, and just really
great.
appreciative being where she's at.
Yep.
I talked to her husband, Scott, as they were walking away. I said, "You doing something special for us?" She's like, "The one cool thing, if I goof up this time of year, like with Valentine's Day, she doesn't even notice." He says, "I bought her roses on Saturday," and he says, "I don't think she saw them until Tuesday."
Wow.
Because she's so ingrained as to what's going on with basketball. You got to love it.
Man, I had a good chance to talk with some of the South players and the Central players, and I was talking with John Sanchez, the Central standout, and his dad was right there. And I told the young man, I know it's a tough loss, but if you can just get a handle and put on some weight, man, you can play at the next level, because he's one of those guys that can be a lot better in college than he is there. And,
in high school, absolutely.
And that's what I love to do, and I saw Roger Martinez, a former Pueblo County standout.
Yep.
We were talking about how South is reminiscent of them, the way they can explode at any time. It's just good to be back in the mix for me. There's a three-pointer in and out.
Like Shannon and I were talking, it's just great energy. It's just great atmosphere.
Yep.
It's family. It's friends.
Yeah, absolutely. See if that one's going to go in. Not quite.
Off the mark. Mia Imes couldn't get it to go.
There
Backside
you go.
rebound. There you go.
All right.
Nina Orta.
Yes. Still got a few folks here for this action, man.
Yeah, that's
Athletics
nice.
is strong at Pueblo.
Southern part of the state, man. You got to love this.
And what about the improvements coming to Dutch Clark Stadium and Runyon?
Yeah, Runyon's getting a facelift. Dutch Clark Stadium, another one.
Uh-huh.
3 in the air, off the mark. 5 seconds remain. Down to 3, down to 2. 1.8 seconds on the whistle. A tied-up basketball, and possession arrow goes Centennial way.
I mean, Centennial's been struggling, man, but their coach is trying to get these girls better, And talk to the boys basketball coach, Milton Gilbert, man. He's determined to bring out a better product on this team.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
I really like that guy. Well, first half has come to a close with the score 37-11. Our halftime report is coming up. It is presented by ColoradoHealth.com of Pueblo. Colorado Health offers individual and family plans, plus Medicare and group plans. Sean Casados and his staff are proud to serve and support the Pueblo community. That's ColoradoHealth.com on the World Wide Web. Thank you so much for being a part of our broadcast here tonight. We'll step aside for a timeout, be back, talk a little bit about what is upcoming as we get set to wrap up the regular season in high school basketball for a lot of the teams in the Pueblo area. That's tonight.
Yep.
In the southern part of the state, that's tomorrow. We'll take the break, be back
and
with
one
more.
more thing, I did talk to Shannon. You probably just talked to as well. They're going to play here. And they're going to play here in the first round, and they might get if they win that, they might get another game here.
And that's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday,
she
correct?
said Wednesday. It'll
Wednesday,
be Wednesday
yep.
night, just to let you know, and everybody else out there.
Yep, absolutely.
And we'll be here.
All right, we'll talk about that after a timeout right here on The Ticket.
ColoradoHealth.com, a health insurance agency, has opened an enrollment center right here in Pueblo. They're located at 102 Victoria Avenue, Suite 110 on the Riverwalk. They offer individual and family care plans, Medicare and employer group plans as well. They're also certified by Connect for Health Colorado. Also, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The director of this beautiful facility, Sean Che Casados, has worked hard to open his office to serve the Pueblo community. Give them a call at 719-359-5289 and enroll today at ColoradoHealth.com.
For a life of comfort, convenience, and enjoyment, welcome to Azteca Apartments.
We provide luxurious apartments and quality living for seniors 62 years and over, or those with disabilities. Our facility is smoke-free and features beautiful balconies with scenic mountain views and 24/7 maintenance for your safety. Our income-based rent and free utilities make Azteca Apartments an affordable option for any budget. With our healthcare education and physical fitness activities and various entertainment venues, we provide the necessities for a fulfilling life. Due to our high-quality maintenance and energy program, we were recognized as the #1 property in Colorado by the Governor's Energy Office in 2011. Experience a better way to live at Azteca Apartments.
Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors. Online at angeluspueblo.com.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back to the Colorado State Fair Event Center. Along with Tony Wright and Chelsea Lynn, I'm J.J. Valentine. At the half, the Lady Eagles of Pueblo East, a very young and talented Eagle team, has a commanding lead of 37-11 as we head to the third quarter. And Gracie Helzer was off to a really nice start in that first half. She just took control early on, but just did a nice job also not only to score offensively, playing solid defense, and getting her young freshman mates involved early. That is a very young team. They start 1 senior and 4 freshmen on that team.
Amazing, amazing. And they will be one of our future outstanding teams as well, because Coach Carlos Lucero has done this, like you mentioned, and we both mentioned for a long time. And he'll have those girls playing a lot in the summer. And, you know, looking at their 9-13 record, there's a couple of teams that club them pretty good.
Sure.
But there's a lot of games they're losing by 5, 6, 7, 8 points, you know. So that's going to be an outstanding team. Next year they'll be good. By the time they're juniors and then seniors, I think they'll have a real chance to be really one of the top teams in 5A.
Yeah, by the time they're juniors, this team is going to be a team to be reckoned with, no doubt about it. They'll definitely compete in the South Central League. Well, let's take a look around. Coming up, we got boys action, and we were talking about this earlier. So let's look at 5A top 10. Air Academy leads the way, and South tangled with Air Academy earlier. South's a little bit different team right now than when they played Air Academy
Absolutely.
the first time. Mesa Ridge, same situation. 21-0 right now. They're unbeaten going into this final week of the regular season. Some coaches, yeah, that's kind of cool to look at that,
like going
but a lot of coaches don't like going.
You know one thing, Jeffrey Orman, Jeffrey talks a lot about a lot of different things. But one thing he always tells me, Tony, I think sometimes it's good to take that loss in the regular season. And, and he mentioned, and he just gave several examples, but, when you have your heart crushed, I mean, think back to the Broncos the first year they went to the Super Bowl. Nick Lowry hits that 50-yard field goal and they lost the division championship. That was so painful that they just said, we can't let this happen again. So I wonder how Mesa Ridge, they're a really good team. What if they're in a Final Four against South or Lewis Palmer or somebody, and it's a 3-point game or it's tied up at 60
Somebody
apiece,
that's already seen them once in the year.
once in the year. We'll see. But they're still a heck of a team.
Oh, no doubt about it.
And they might just still roll through everybody.
And that's the thing, that it goes two ways. You're either going to get upset along the way or you're going to just waltz through the whole thing because you're on pace. I've seen the Rye Thunderbolts do it. I've also seen the Rye Thunderbolts be perfect in a season. They're the favorite to win it and then stumble in a semifinal.
Yep.
And they're bounced. I mean, they're back when they used to do that consolation side of the bracket.
Yeah, we covered them in 05 after all of our teams got knocked out.
Absolutely. So that said, Mesa Ridge still unbeaten at 21-0. Meade is number 3 in the state at 18-3. Frederick is at number 4, followed by Windsor, Dakota Ridge, Lewis Palmer, Vista Peak, Longmont, and Pueblo South. That's your top 10 right now in the as far as the rankings are concerned. Now, Class 4A, here's how it goes. Kent Denver leads the way, followed by Resurrection Christian, Eagle Valley, Alamosa, Eaton, Severance, Pagosa Springs, Lutheran, Holy Family, and Sterling. Pueblo Central got some votes, but they have fallen out of the top 10, and I think that's going to be just fine with Bob Tyler and company.
Absolutely.
Because it takes them a little bit off the radar.
Yes, it does.
And gives them an opportunity.
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe it won't. They just lost to one of the best teams in 5A.
Right.
So we'll have to wait and see how it goes, but, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
No doubt about it. When we look at RPI, let's quickly run down the leaders there as far as RPI is concerned. Air Academy, Mesa Ridge, Meade, Windsor, Frederick, Lewis Palmer, Dakota Ridge, Montrose, Pueblo South sitting at number 9. Vista Peak is at number 10 right now. That's again on the boys' side. Girls action, 37-11. Let's take another timeout. When we come back, we will get you third quarter action coming up. Boys will follow this one. That'll be the nightcap tonight featuring the Pueblo East Eagles and the Centennial Bulldogs, and that should be a dandy of a matchup as we get set for the second half of the girls' side coming up after this on The Ticket.
Hey everybody, this is Tony Wright. In a competitive world of the roofing industry, one company stands out, JR Roofing and Maintenance, located at 5303 Manor Ridge Drive right here in Pueblo. They specialize in commercial and residential along the Front Range of Colorado. That includes Pueblo, Colorado Springs, and Denver. They specialize in roofing of all types, full re-roofs, maintenance, and leak calls. They work with many types of roofing materials and applications as well. So check them out. That's JR Roofing and Maintenance, serving the Front Range of Colorado.
It's game time, and what a great time for a Subway sandwich from Joe DeLeo Subway stores in Pueblo. With 4 Pueblo locations, there's one near you. Great before the game, after the game, or anytime. Make it the way you want, hot, cold, big, or epic. And it's always made fresh at Joe DeLeo Subway stores. Sandwiches and salads with health-conscious options. 3216 West Northern near South High School. In Blend, in Walmart on Pueblo's South Side. And the new location, 1271 West Pueblo Boulevard. At the corner of Lake and Pueblo Boulevard. Joe DeLeo Subway stores of Pueblo.
ColoradoHealth.com, a health insurance agency, has opened an enrollment center right here in Pueblo. They're located at 102 Victoria Avenue, Suite 110 on the Riverwalk. They offer individual and family care plans, Medicare and employer group plans as well. They're also certified by Connect for Health Colorado. Also, Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The director of this beautiful facility, Sean Che Casados, has worked hard to open his office to serve the Pueblo community. Give them a call at 719-359-5289 and enroll today at ColoradoHealth.com.
Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors, online at angeluspueblo.com.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back. Along with Tony Wright and Chelsea Lynn, I'm JJ Valentine. Third quarter is now underway, and a runner up there and good.
Absolutely. And Abeda gets the foul, reaching in. That was a strong move to the hoop. Always good to see the Centennial Bulldogs.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I just hope their boys and girls teams see better days. SCL's a lot more enjoyable when Centennial's winning, man. I'm telling you. We've seen some good Centennial boys teams in the past.
Absolutely.
Remember the one back in the 80s had that great baseball player who was a heck of a basketball. John Davis, I think, was his name. You know, they were really good. And then Tom Purfield was good. His teams were good, yeah. There's a beta.
Again, that's back-to-back buckets by the freshman.
Uh-huh.
Four freshmen start on this team with Grace Helzer, the lone senior.
Okay.
And there's another freshman taking it coast to coast that misses there, and that's Ava Andrada.
Oh, wow. That's Paul Andrada's daughter.
Andrada will turn it over with a travel. 41-13.
She's had to watch her big brother get all the glory. Now it's her turn.
Her time.
To start getting some.
Yep. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube there if you're watching along with us. Or when you go back and watch, a lot of folks will go back. Helzer D'ing it up. It's got a 1-on-2 now. Down the lane she goes. Runners up.
Oh,
Good,
tough shot. Tough shot right there. Is she a freshman?
No, Gracie's the lone senior.
She's the lone senior, but she's got a nice game
in the starting 5.
Long and willowy, and she's got a smooth game there.
Boy, she got a great game, and she's a great ball. She plays volleyball just like she does basketball. Just a talented athlete.
Well, the East girls looking impressive, going out in style. Won't make the playoffs this season.
No, but like Carlos said, it's how we finish that's going to propel us into next year, because having the starting 5 with 4 freshmen and 1 senior in Helzer who doesn't complete the three-point play, he said that's going to be huge for us going into next year.
Absolutely.
He said they'll learn a lot tonight. Nice work. Frazier has it in the paint. She'll kick it back out Longoria. Orta controls the basketball. She'll shoot a 3. It's in and out. No good. Rebound to Haley Cordova now. She gets tied up down
Jump
inside.
Ball.
Good hustle there by Ella Greenwood. And it'll be Centennial basketball underneath their own hoop.
The old event center.
Inbound play, stolen away. Helzer calls for it, lost the handle, goes out of bounds. Good transition there. Haley Cordova did a good job to recognize the cutter who was open. It just went right through her fingertips. 43-13. 5:40 to play here in the third. And a steal. Abeda. Push, you'll make that Andrada up ahead to Abeda for the layup. That's 2 freshmen going to work right there. Orta's going to curl it out, kicks it out to Longoria for 3.
Nice
Bullseye.
shot. Nice shot. And Centennial's getting a little better too. I mean, their boys and their girls are starting to just trying to learn how to compete, but hopefully they'll continue to get better.
Absolutely, and
like
they, with good reason, they got a new
see
school.
The Bulldog. I want to see they
something
got a
to
new
be
school.
proud of.
Get some more students, but their defense is bad right there. But man, overall, like you said, a new school, and it's just better in the SCL when Centennial's up there competing for championships as well too.
Andrada gets the basket there. 47-16. Another 3 up there, no good. A battle for the board. Working hard as Montour.
She's tough.
Yeah, she is.
She's got nice hands too. I mean, she can grab the ball really well.
That's Eileen. Pardon me, that's not Montour. That's Eileen Avila. .445 to play here in the third. Scoreboard still has chapter 2 up there. Helzer has it. We got a whistle. Carlos Lopez wants a timeout. Let's take one with him. With 4:34 to play. Ben All East on the scoreboard. They lead it 47-16 over the Centennial Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout. Be back with more high school hoops right here on The Ticket.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I've changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue. Located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's. Located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state-of-the-art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Colorado State Fair Event Center. Chelsea Lynn, Tony Wright and me, J.J. Valentine. East will have the basketball out of bounds underneath their own goal.
Steal by the Bulldogs.
Yeah. taking it coast to coast. Pump fake. Jumpers up, no good. Backside rebound down there, Longoria. She gets tied up. And that possession's going to go east
and
way.
You know what's amazing? There's not the good crowd here, the crowd that we saw in the game previously, South and Central Boys, obviously, but you're seeing a lot of red and white fans. So that means they're cheering this team on as well as a gold and black, man. So
without
these parents
question.
are still very much involved in their kids'
and
games.
they got to be invested in it.
Absolutely. They don't care about how many wins and losses. They just want to see their kids compete and do well.
And that's why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
Another steal by Helzer with good pressure there by Irene Avila. 3:45 to play here in the third quarter. Avila at the free throw line. Jumpers up, no good. And actually, Destiny Anaya is the one that took that shot. Substitution for the Bulldogs. Set to check back in will be Mia Imes. Centennial basketball, the length of the floor to go.
Can't believe it, Run. You feel our old press box is gone.
Yeah, I need to go take some pictures before they put the other one up.
No more views of Runyon Lake.
Right. She says she thinks it's closed, really? With the boys' game? Shouldn't be closed with the boys' game to come. Nice pass down inside, lost out of bounds. Esperanza Fernandez. Actually. Three minutes to play here in the third quarter. Pass going to be deflected. We got a whistle and a foul. That might be on Gracie Helzer. It is.
Little tidbit while we have a break in action. Yesterday and on this day in 1968, at my old hometown of Denver, the Jimi Hendrix Experience played at the Regis Fieldhouse.
1968. The left-handed genius.
Yeah.
Left-handed rock and roll
He was
genius.
Just incredible. Guys like him and Bruce Lee, man, and Ali and Sam Cooke, man, just a great era.
Kind of set the tone, didn't they?
Yep.
Lane violation. It'll be Eagle basketball.
47-16, just playing it out here. Don't forget the boys game to follow. 4 games in a night right here on SoCoTicket.com. Certainly happy to have you.
Oh, no doubt about it. And again, we appreciate if you hit that subscribe button as the shot is up and off the mark there by Anaya.
They call traveling. That could have been a backcourt foul. That might be a technical.
On Longoria.
Yeah. Yeah, she thought she got fouled. She may have a case.
She may have a case, indeed.
She got a warning from the referee. And the coach is going to get her out of there. I like that spirit, though. That's a competitive spirit.
Well, you got to have that competitive spirit.
She ain't
You're
happy,
going to
and I
succeed.
don't blame her.
So one of the things we didn't get an opportunity to finish talking about is Helzer with a fadeaway J on the baseline missing. Whistle tied up basketball. Possession arrow is going to go Centennial way. But playoffs will begin on Tuesday with girls action. Boys will follow on Wednesday. So we'll let you know where we're going to be, who we're covering. Rye Thunderbolts are in action tomorrow, closing out their season. They're in Rocky Ford tonight.
That's amazing. They should get a win there.
And they'll be, a 3 in the air is up there and good.
A chance for a 4-point play.
Oh, my. And that foul's going to be charged to number 3. Is that Haley Valdez?
Yep.
Now, Haley is one of just a handful of seniors on this team. I think there's only 2 or 3 seniors on this club.
You know, Centennial's got to get the numbers up, too, for the girls, man. You know, it's amazing what a new high school can do.
Right.
That's going to be an amazing school.
So there'll be a lot of energy, a lot of excitement,
I'm going to miss the old swimming pool. You know what I liked about doing games with the old Bulldog Gymnasium on the real cold nights like we had in the past? He'd be coming in there freezing. He had to go in the back way through the swimming pool. You get warm in that pool.
That warm pool
man,
area
you get warm in
good,
that pool
huh?
area.
Yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
Steamy, hot, man.
And I love that.
I love that all the way.
Yeah, John Ward, the athletic director, has got to be thrilled over there as to what's
Yes.
coming, what's happening over there at Centennial High School. Whistle and a foul. Charge that to Shayla Baca.
District 16, District 70, man. Wrapping up the third quarter.
Yeah, down to $1.29. And the final moments are brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Pueblo. That's Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo.
Nice shot.
Just like that. Big basket down inside.
And she can play too.
Destiny Anaya.
She moves her feet. She's got good hands. Yeah, another
49
freshman,
to
huh?
19, and actually Anaya, Destiny is again just one of a few seniors on the team.
Okay, but she's
One,
doing a great
two,
job. Sorry about that. I
Three
haven't seen-
seniors,
uh-huh.
four.
Okay.
Grace Helzer. She missed the second one. Centennial Bulldogs have it with $1:17 to play in the third quarter. Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, agent, like a good neighbor. Missy is there. A long three, going to miss short. Helzer with a rebound. And with 60 seconds on the clock, here come the Lady Eagles from right to left. Ooh, nice move on the baseline. It's a way to take it right to the basket there.
Seeing old Tony Cruz passing by down there.
There he is, yep.
Great, great, great guys. Men done a lot for our local athletes over the years.
.52 seconds to play. Free throw is up there. It is good.
Saw Jerry Santos, one of our officials. First thing he said to me, Tony, don't say nothing to me about that game. He said the action was so fast that it was a chore for them to keep up with it with South, you know, and Central.
Right. Those are two very speedy teams,
Absolutely.
man. Second free throw missing. Winding down this quarter, brought to you by State Farm Insurance agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Like a good neighbor, Missy is always there. Here for game day and every day. Community means everything. A long three for Imes is no good. Backside rebound down inside won't go. Nice work by Ella Greenwood. And now with 20 seconds on the clock, Gracie Helzer has it out up top. Eagles may play for a shot, leading 50 to 19. Helzer on the baseline. Pass going to be deflected away, goes out of bounds.
Yeah, it was just She just
Yeah,
had
it's
a
off
bad
the fingertips
pass.
there, I believe. It's Zanaya Trujillo. Two seconds on the clock. A three in the air, no good. Nice try there by Reina Rail. Well, the fourth and final chapter is coming up next. The score 50 to 19. The Eagles lead the Bulldogs in girls action. Boys coming your way. We've got the final 8 minutes straight ahead right here at SoCoTicket.com. Timeout.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I've changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
And welcome back to the fourth and final chapter here at the Colorado State Fair Event Center. Tony Wright, J.J. Valentine, and Chelsea
Having
Lynn.
a good old time.
Yeah, this has been fun. 4 in a row here tonight for you. Boys action coming your way next. Our first quadruple header heading into the playoffs. And again,
good D.
Oh, here's a nice steal. Frazier off and running, lays it up.
Oh,
and
that's
good.
a bad foul.
She missed it, but she's going to earn a trip to the charity stripe.
Yeah, that was a really physical foul right there.
And I think that foul is going to be charged to number 22. Is that Zanaya Trujillo?
Yes.
Frazier will go to the free throw line. Eagles and the Dogs, the boys game coming up after this. First free throw missing.
What classification is she? Frazier.
Let's see. Frazier, I believe, is a. Oh man, I cut him off.
Okay.
That's all right. We'll find it.
Had to stand up for a minute.
Yeah.
The 4 hours on the patty boom hurts.
Frazier with a steal. Crossover step, leans in. No good. They're going to say she traveled with it.
Yep. Got to learn when you're, sometimes when your defender comes back and gets in your face, it's all right to stop and pop it.
Absolutely.
You know? Yep.
Any updates from Chuck Vale from County? County Hornets and the Pueblo West Cyclones. District 70 key matchup at the Nest tonight. Those games got underway at 7:30-ish. County in the first quarter over there. Braxton Vale's dad, Chuck, will get us an update.
Wow, good defense.
Absolutely, and that's another whistle and a foul. And that'll be Mariah Hogue, the culprit there. Boy, postseason basketball coming up. They'll play the quarterfinal rounds all in one place when we get to that level. Then, of course, on to the Final Four after that.
And hopefully we can get an opportunity to do a blog as well, you know, and wrap up the fall season and talk about the playoffs as well. We've been overdue to do one of those too. You know?
We are definitely overdue to sit down and do a little talking sports with Tracy, Tony, and JJ. Nice pass down inside. Helzer gets tied up.
Boy, Tracy Rink was so awesome when the newspaper had local ownership. The way he would go up and cover, and you know, not the same anymore. And some of the locals really noticed that as well.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're trying to do is fill a void.
3 tries off the mark, and at the end of the first quarter, 13-9. I'm feeling you. 13-9, West leading County after one chapter of play out at the Hornets' Nest. Lady Dogs trailing 50-20.
Look at all these kids running wild.
Oh, yeah, they're having a blast, no doubt about it.
All this room in here, too.
And mom and dad are just letting them because they're burning that energy.
That's right. They'll be
as
ready
soon as they get in the car, they'll be ready for a nap.
Oh, no, forget a nap. You'll be ready to go to bed.
Go to bed, night, baby.
Yep.
Oops, whistle and a foul. Collision there with Ella Greenwood. And she races through Esperanza Fernandez. Fernandez with
nice
a 3.
Shot.
Bullseye. Nicely done. Esperanza Fernandez, that's only a sophomore.
Yep.
That hit that big 3 right there. 52-20 now. 5.5 remain.
Thank you. Thank you, Keely.
Keely Ray, our drink runner. Keely hanging out with her softball buddies. Some of the girls that go to South.
That is awesome.
This is the older Stingers team.
Okay. Nice follow shot. Good bucket for the Lady Dogs.
Oh. No, I'm talking. Jumper on the right side is up there, rattling through and
that
good.
That was Cash Duckett right there.
Yeah, that's Haley Valdez.
Yep.
A senior on this squad. Quickly back the other way. Helzer off the miss. Scott Valdez streaking up the floor. She turns, dishes inside, layup up, no good.
Even though they didn't complete it, good teamwork right there.
Fernandez missed the wide open layup, but not bad. Good work in transition.
I'm looking forward to this boys game coming up too.
Yeah, I think the energy in that one's going to be good.
Yeah, man, it's, nice rebound.
Helzer again getting it done. Nice pass up ahead. Bank shot good.
East.
Eileen.
Yeah, they're going to be our next really good girls team in the future. I can look at that and tell right now. The girls have been down a little bit over the past few years, and it goes in cycles.
Eileen Avila, that's going to whistle, and they both look at each other like, I got this call and you got it. No, you take it. It's going to be a blocking foul.
Officials doing outstanding work as usual. Tell you, man, our Pueblo officials are really missed sometimes when you go out of state. You know what I mean? How many times have you gone out of state and wish you had a Ronnie Garcia and a Jerry Santos, or Gerald Madrid, huh?
Without a doubt. Been there way too many times. Oh, nice jump hook is up there and good. Who hit that shot? Nina Orta is the one that got that.
Orta, there you go.
3:40 to play. That's time remaining here in the fourth quarter. Winding this one down.
And shout out to Thaddeus Rodriguez, AJ's brother. On his Facebook post, he said, we're not going to videotape the game tonight because you can catch it on SocoTicket.com with JJ Valentine and Tony Wright.
Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate you. Thaddeus, I love that name.
Great
Thad.
name.
Helzer in the paint. Tries to bounce it down low. Stolen away. Picked up there by Longoria. Here come the Dogs in transition. Nice pass up ahead. Good defense. Boy, great job defending on the play there by Zanaya Trujillo. And out up top with it. Orta fires away. Can't get it to go.
We're having some good action, though.
Yeah, and absolutely we're seeing
good
some
action
good action
right here. That could have been over the back foul, but a good non-call.
Oh, and battling for the ball, and it goes out of bounds. She just couldn't haul it in. Good hustle there.
I'm enjoying this.
By Allison Vigil. But the energy these two teams are playing with is going to set the tone, like you said, for that boys game coming up. That's a big matchup right there.
Oh, I'm ready for this. I'm looking forward to this next
Neither
game.
one of those teams are going to make the playoff. They're not going to make the
but
tournament.
you got a lot of pride on
but
the
there's
line.
a pride factor in that matchup
both
tonight.
of these teams have new schools coming, man, and it's north side, east and north side. They're a lot closer to each other.
Yeah, it's like South and Central, and then you got East and Centennial, man. Not so much a crosstown rivalry, but kind of a northeast
You don't remember
rivalry.
my younger years in baseball, my college years? Go ahead.
Shot is off the mark.
You had the South and Central would have their summer Connie Mack team, and then East and Centennial would have theirs before they combined it all. Woo, tough shot.
Yeah, big time three. That's Nayeli Longoria.
Yep. So hats off to the Centennial girls, man, playing their hearts out tonight. East has got a powerhouse building, though. We love all our Pueblo kids, folks.
Led by that girl right there, Gracie Helzer. A long three, no good. It's off the mark. And that again, Haley Valdez.
She just said, give me that. Man, there's a game between the Nuggets and Utah when Malik Beasley, before he got traded, he went up for a dunk. And Christian Brown went up there and just grabbed it out of midair. And you could hear him in front. He said, give me that.
First free throw is up there. It is good. At the free throw line, Zanaya Trujillo,
57-27, yep.
Another freshman. And that second free throw missing. Nice defensive rebound there by Longoria. Longoria to the top of the key with a $1:49 to play. Three is in the air. It's no good. Battle for the loose basketball whistle, jump ball, and possession arrow is going to stay with
and
the
a quick jump
Centennial
ball,
Bulldogs.
Sometimes you got to call a quick jump ball to avoid injury too.
Yeah,
you know?
avoid injury. Yep, and
heads colliding,
confrontation.
absolutely.
All right, that said, the final moments of this basketball game with a 57-27 lead, 1:44 to play, are brought to you by State Farm Insurance of Pueblo. That's Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, agent, here for game day and every day. Community means everything. 3930 Ridge Drive, or simply a phone call, 719-543-7091. You can also Google Melissa if you want to. A runner in the paint is up there by Longoria. No, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Centennial. It's off the fingertips there of Allison Behill, and it'll be East basketball with a $1:35 to play. Well, what a great night here tonight. A lot of folks
Absolutely.
online. Man, we saw the South Central League Championship come down to the final game. The final game of the regular season.
And it was high intensity too.
No doubt about it. Here's a long J that is off the mark by Shyla Baca. And again, another tied-up basketball or travel. There we go. It's going to be a travel on Zanaya Trujillo, and it'll be Centennial basketball. Down to 118. Tony had an opportunity to talk with the coaches.
Yeah, I screwed, man, double check, because I had the thing in my pocket and I accidentally turned it on, and it was all jumbled up, man. So, do your best to
and
help me out.
And if we have time, we'll get to them. If not,
they're really short interviews, too.
Okay.
Because neither coach really had a lot to say.
And again, they're playing out the regular season.
Yeah, well, they had just short answers. They were in a bad mood. Some coaches just have short answers. It's like interviewing players. One of the guys, I had like about 8 questions, between 6 and 8 questions lined up. There's a tight end for the Broncos named Shannon Sharp. I could only get 3 questions in because he wouldn't shut up.
Right.
Well, the people of Pueblo, I wanted to know that we appreciate the Bronco fans down there, and on and on and on. Great time, though.
Nice offensive rebound. Eileen Avila gets the basket.
East has got a budding powerhouse, man.
40 seconds remain in this fourth and final chapter. The Centennial Bulldogs want a timeout.
They want to get some of their backups in as well. It's about the experience more than just the wins and the losses.
Absolutely it is. 41 seconds to play, 59-27 East. They've led from the get-go. We'll take the break, be back with more right here on The Ticket.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state-of-the-art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
And once again, a very pleasant good evening. Welcome back along with Chelsea Lynn and Tony Wright. I'm JJ Valentine. And I have to say to my Campbell Soup, hello. That's Destry's little one. He looks like the Campbell Soup kid, so I always call him Campbell Soup.
That is so cool.
My Ethan, thanks for watching, buddy. He's already a sports fan. He's only 2.
That's good.
Get him started early, no doubt.
Ooh, nice defense there.
20 seconds remain. Papa J's right here, Ethan.
They're just going to run it out.
Yep.
They learn from the big kids.
25 is Sammy Alzate. Hope I said that right.
That number 3 for Centennial is a competitive thing, though, man. She's a competitive young lady.
Final moments. Down to 2, down to 1, and that is it. 59-27 is the final score. Thanks, Kim, for that heads up. All right. The final matchup of the night, the Centennial Bulldogs and the East Eagles coming up next. 59-27 is the final. The East Eagles win here tonight. A loss by the Lady Hornets to the West Cyclones could propel them to second place in the South Central League. For Chelsea Lynn and Tony Wright, I'm J.J. Valentine. We will step aside. We're going to leave the air, reset, be back.
That's
for the
right.
boys' action coming your way in just a bit right here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button at SoCoTicket.com.